So this is a quick little diagram to help you understand the Dawes Act. So here's the America, isn't it? And we know that the Indians had been moved onto reservations. So here's a reservation, okay? It's obviously much bigger than it really would be. This is just to help you understand the Dawes Act, remember. So I'm going to put an R here just to remind you that this is a reservation. Now, there would, let's say for the sake of argument, that there were, I don't know, 100 Indians who were in this tribe. Okay, so I'll just put 100 here, living on this reservation. They'd been given a large amount of land to begin with. And what the Dawes Act does is say, well, hang on a minute, we're going to treat you Indians in exactly the same way as the whites, even though you don't live in the same type of lifestyle. So we think that there are 100 Indians, so let's say that there are 100 Indians, so therefore there are 25 Indian families. So 100 Indians equal 25 families. The next thing we'll do is we'll say the amount of land that there should be on this reservation, therefore, is going to be 25 families times 160 acres, because that's how much land the whites get per family unit. So we'll work that one out then at 160 times 25, and that comes to 4,000 acres. Now let's have a look how much land there was in this reservation. Let's imagine that there was, I don't know, let's say 8,000 acres. So that can be the size of this reservation to start with. We'll say, well, you've now got twice as much land as you should have. So what we're going to do, using the Dawes Act, is take away half of this land and make you Indians now have much smaller units. So we're pushing you now into these 160 acre units. And of course you won't be able to do your traditional lifestyle, hunting buffalo on such a small amount of land. What we're trying to do is force you to become white farmers. So force sort of a white farming lifestyle. Now the other thing about the Dawes Act at this point is that many of these Indians don't want to be having this white farming lifestyle. So at this point what they actually do is, many of them, is sell the land to the whites. But do you think that the Indians get a fair price for the land? Well, of course they don't. So they get ripped off. So they're ripped off by the whites, so they don't get a fair price. And many of them go and move to the cities. Okay, so the Indians leave because they don't want to live this white lifestyle. They'll go and try and find work in the cities. So what's this all about? I should have said earlier, this red land here that they've taken off the Indians as the Dawes Act, well, shouldn't be a surprise here. Who's going to be able to have this land? Well, they're going to be giving it to the whites, because the pressure is that there isn't enough land for all the whites that want to move onto the plains. So give to the whites. So they've come up with a way of taking land which originally had been promised to the Indians off them.